The Whispers of the Gumnut Kingdom. The golden hour cast long shadows across the ancient eucalyptus, painting the bush in hues of amber and rose. Lady Bridget walked with a steady, determined rhythm, her heart attuned to the subtle whispers of the wild. The air was thick with the scent of gum leaves and damp earth, a familiar balm to her soul. Beside her, Josie, the brindle Scottish terrier, trotted with a dignified gait, her keen nose constantly sampling the rich tapestry of scents. Rosie, the apricot Maltipoo, a fluffy whirlwind of joy, bounced ahead, her tail a happy blur, exploring every rustle and whisper of the undergrowth. Suddenly, a faint, distressed squeaking reached Bridget's ears, carried on the gentle breeze. Following the sound, they pushed through a thicket of wattle and tea tree. There, nestled precariously in a thorny bush, was a small, crudely fashioned cage of twisted vines. Inside, a tiny, trembling possum Joey whimpered, its large eyes wide with terror. This was no natural occurrence. The cage bore the unmistakable mark of the bush trolls, their rough, grasping magic evident in the gnarled vines. Just as Bridget pondered how to free the tiny creature, a shimmer of emerald light caught her eye. From behind a thick-barked ironbark tree, a tiny figure emerged. Dark green skin, a jaunty gumnut helmet, and eyes that sparkled with ancient wisdom. It was Bush Benene, a bush fairy. She floated closer to the trapped possum Joey. The troll's foul work, her voice, like the rustle of dry leaves, was filled with sorrow. They grow bolder, capturing our precious baby marsupials. I can guide you, if you are brave enough to help. Lady Bridget, despite her astonishment, felt a surge of fierce resolve. She nodded firmly. We will help. What must we do? Bush Benene declared. We must go to the Gumnut Kingdom. There, we can seek counsel from our queen and rally our forces. The path is hidden, and the trolls lurk. Bush Benene led them deeper into the ancient bush, her tiny form a flickering emerald beacon. The trees grew taller, their leaves shimmering with an otherworldly light. They arrived at a clearing where a magnificent ancient fig tree stood, its roots forming a natural archway with a shimmering curtain of light. The entrance to the Gumnut Kingdom, Bush Benene announced. Lady Bridget stepped through the veil, the dogs following close behind. The air inside was vibrant, sweet with the scent of unknown blossoms and the soft hum of magic. Towering trees with luminous leaves created a canopy of emerald and gold, unlike anything she had ever imagined. Bush Benene guided them to a clearing where giant, glowing fungi pulsed with soft light. From within a grand, glowing wattle bush, a figure of immense grace emerged. It was Queen Eucalypta, her crown woven from golden flowers, radiating ancient power and authority. Queen Eucalypta's voice was like the gentle chime of wind through gum leaves, yet imbued with a steel resolve. Welcome, Lady Bridget. Bush Benene has told me of your bravery. The trolls grow bolder, their greed threatening the balance of our world. Many baby marsupials have been taken. We must act, Lady Bridget declared, her voice firm and unwavering. We must rescue them. Queen Eucalypta nodded, her gaze piercing. Indeed, but the troll's lair is treacherous. You will need more than courage. You will need the wisdom of the ancient ones and the unified strength of the Bush Fairy Kingdom. The Queen presented Lady Bridget with a small, glowing gumnut, intricately carved. This will guide you and protect you from the troll's illusions. It is a beacon of our hope. She then turned to Bush Benene, issuing commands to rally the fairy warriors. With a plan formed and armed with the Queen's blessing, Lady Bridget, Josie, Rosie, and Bush Benene prepared for the raid. Bubba, the magnificent Eclectus parrot, soared above them, a watchful scout. Around them, the Bush Fairy Kingdom mobilized, tiny warriors gathering their glowing spears and preparing for battle. Their destination, the dark, gnarled heart of the troll-haunted woods. The air grew heavy, the trees twisted into grotesque shapes. Bush Benene's gumnut glowed brighter, cutting through the gloom. They found the troll's lair, a foul-smelling tavern hidden beneath a tangle of thorny vines. crude cages visible within. Inside, 2 hulking bush trolls, their skin like rough bark, guarded the cages. They grumbled and snored, oblivious to the approaching threat. Lady Bridget, with a silent signal, sent Rosie and Josie to create a diversion. The dogs, barking furiously, drew the trolls' attention. As the trolls lumbered after the dogs, Lady Bridget, guided by the glowing gumnut, slipped past. She found the cages filled with tiny, frightened baby marsupials, a baby wallaby, a possum, and a koala joey. Just then, Queen Eucalypta arrived, her eyes blazing with righteous fury. Suddenly, a booming roar echoed through the cavern. King Grumblefang, the monstrous king of the trolls, emerged from the shadows, his eyes red with fury and malice. "Intruders!" he bellowed, his voice shaking the very roots of the earth. Queen Eucalypta stepped forward, her golden light intensifying, ready for battle. King Grumblefang lunged, a massive gnarled club appearing in his hand as if from the very earth. Queen Eucalypta met him with a shield of shimmering golden light, deflecting his blow with surprising grace. Sparks of magic and raw power erupted, illuminating the dark cavern. While the queen held the king at bay, Bush Banane and the other fairies swiftly dissolved the cage locks with their combined magic. Lady Bridget gently released each baby, Bubba swooping in to guide the bewildered young ones towards the hidden exit, away from the chaos. King Grumblefang roared in frustration, his attacks growing wilder. Queen Eucalypta, however, moved with the agility of the wind, weaving spells of binding vines and blinding light around him. She was not just defending, she was slowly, methodically, overwhelming him. The cavern trembled with each clash of magic and brute force. King Grumblefang summoned thorny roots from the ground, attempting to ensnare the queen, but she transformed them into shimmering, harmless blossoms with a flick of her wrist, turning his own power against him. With a final, powerful surge of golden energy, Queen Eucalypta unleashed a torrent of luminous gum leaves that wrapped around King Grumblefang, solidifying into an unbreakable, shimmering cocoon. The king of the trolls was defeated, trapped, and powerless, his roars fading into grumbles. Back in the Gumnut Kingdom, amidst joyous celebrations, Queen Eucalypta bestowed gifts upon her brave allies. To Bridget, a necklace with a shimmering pearl that whispered the secrets of the bush. To Josie, a collar woven with glowworms that granted boundless energy. To Rosie, a tiny tinkling bell that brought joy to all who heard it. And to Bubba, a feather that allowed him to understand all the languages of the forest. With their magical gifts, Bridget, Josie, Rosie, and Bubba returned to their world, forever connected to the magic of the Gumnut Kingdom. The whispers of the Gumnut Kingdom sang with victory, and the bush thrived, protected by its newfound heroes.